Hello kitties, it's your old pal Steve, the OG guitar nut, and got a couple of things to show you today that I'm pretty excited about. I came across a YouTube video a while back of a guy playing a two-stringed instrument, sounded like a bass, looked like a shrunk down Rickenbacker, honestly. So I contacted the guy who built these, and yeah, this is called a KRAPPY guitar, specifically a punk bass. But let me read you his manifesto from his website. Man's name is Kevin Siebold, and it says here, Krappmeister Kevin Siebold relays the philosophy that guides our efforts. Our instruments are built for frugal people who aren't very concerned with regard to quality construction, materials, or safety. The instruments are crafted from whatever we find suitable. Pedigree of wood is not a priority for us. We might get it from a local hardware store or some old shipping crates or skids, who knows. So yeah, it goes on to basically tell you about the crappy places they source some of their materials. It's crappy in jest because his stuff is awesome. As I said, this is a two-string punk bass, E and A. Yeah, it's just cool as hell. You can view a little close-up view here. Our headstock, under our fingerboard, and the body. Yeah, it's just cool. I personally know a lot of bassists who seldom stray beyond the E and A string, who would probably be able to make this their main instrument for a gig. I wouldn't be one of them because I learned from reading Billy Sheehan articles years and years ago that anytime I'm playing even single note lines, I've always got my pinky on the octave above, just in case it gets hit. Thickens things up, but this thing is a lot of fun. Looks a little like a Rickenbacker, obviously. Multi-laminate construction. It's smooth as anything. You're not going to get a splinter off of this. You could cut yourself on the tailpiece, because that's a little sharp, but I don't see any reason for anyone to have their hand back there anyway. It's just all kinds of cool, and a lot of fun to play. You'll notice it's a strap button right behind the 12th fret, more or less. And probably thinking, wow, that would get in the way, right? Well, when you're sitting down, it possibly could, but with a strap, well, I'll demonstrate. Put a strap on one of these bad boys. You'll find two things out very quickly. One, which you're about to see, is that it hangs perfectly. There's no neck dive whatsoever. The other is that it doesn't actually get in your way. If you're playing way up here, your strap will get in your way before the actual button does, but in any case, it's hardly even a concern. It seems to me to be a very quality-made instrument, despite what Kevin has to say. He makes these in, what is it, North Carolina, in his workshop. The guy himself, he makes these. He also makes some 3-string instruments. He's made, you know, regular 4-string basses and 6-string guitars as well. But he specializes in these simplified kind of things. Kevin himself plays and builds multi-string, 9 and 10 string touch type guitars and things, akin to a Chapman stick, if you're familiar with that. And I've watched some of his videos. The guy, he probably wouldn't say so himself, but he's practically a virtuoso on the damn thing. Check it out for yourself. Not now, but after you're done watching this, just go to KRAPPYGUITARS.com, that's Crappy with a K, and check out some of his stuff. These things are available in a whole range of different body shapes. At one point in time, I think I counted over 24 that he had in his gallery, different shapes. Pretty much, if you can imagine it, he's probably already built one, and if not, he probably would. You know, all your Gibson and Fender styles, your more outlandish styles, like Vox, you know, they're all there. I would mention that on initial impression, you're going to think, wow, this action's crazy high, and it can't really be adjusted because the bridge won't go down any farther. There's no truss rod in the neck. But honestly, when you're only dealing with 2 strings, you barely notice the height. And the strings ring out really nicely, probably because they've got so much room to vibrate. It's just a fact of physics that if you've got really low action, you're not going to have as good of a tone as you could have with a higher action. Of course, there's limits to it, but in any case, this is very playable. And as I mentioned, this is a 2-string bass tuned E and A. Now, Kevin didn't just send me this though. This is going to be noisy. Oh, maybe not. He also sent me this. This, although it looks exactly the same except for the choice of woods, this is a different beast. In respect to the fact that I play a lot of baritone guitar, do the doom thing and all that, this is B and E, like a baritone guitar. And yeah, same construction, all the same quirks, same perfect balance. But check this out. Yeah, that's some tone. Sorry about the ringing. That's the curse of my amp. I've yet to figure out how to get rid of that ringing. I think it's something to do with proximity of one of the pedals in the power supply. Might have to just finally test that theory and see if that's what's causing the problem. But anyway, this. I've already written 2 songs with this. They've only been here a couple of days. Just the coolest thing. And again, it's like I said, it's essentially the exact same instrument, just different strings. They're both 34-inch in scale, you know, like a standard bass. But I love this thing. I can't get enough of it. So you're probably wondering, okay, well, what if I want a Crappy? Well, these are only like $1.99 and shipping. His other instruments, of course, some of the guitar scale instruments are like $175, and then they can go sky's the limit if you're ordering something extravagant, one of his touch guitars, for instance. But yeah, $1.99 and so much fun and useful. Not just, you know, seeing this, you might think, okay, it's a novelty or something you hang above the pool table, whatever. No, this is an instrument. This is genuinely an instrument. And if anything, the two strings force you to be more creative because of the limitation. Forces you to listen to the relationship of the intervals. You know, and it's just, I can't say enough good things about it. It seems like I'm a bit speechless. It's because, well, I kind of am. But no, great instruments. Kevin's a great guy. The other thing you should know is this. He has a backlog of orders. If you do order one of these, it could take you 6 months or more to get it. Because he has so many orders. There's a wait list. Is it worth it? Yeah, especially for like $200. Forget about it. But he wanted me to make sure that I let you know, the potential buyers in the future, that indeed there's a wait list. You know what? That's a little better. Yeah, there's a wait list. Apparently a while back some other YouTuber did an expose on these, and it basically changed Kevin's life. He was just inundated with orders after seeing, and I can completely understand that. I think this will actually become one of my gig instruments for a couple of songs. I don't know, I just think it's the coolest thing. I just think it's beyond cool. So, without any further ado, if you want to order yourself a Crappy or just look into his website, it's pretty entertaining. And there's a lot of great pictures, a lot of good photographs of previous builds and things. Go to KRAPPYGUITARS.com. I'll try to put a link in the notes below, and of course also in the notes below. Tell me what you think. Would you buy one of these? Are you going to buy one of these? Is this just another novelty, or do you see where this could be a great creative tool and a usable instrument? I know I'm in that camp. It's made me think of things I would never have thought of on a standard 6-string baritone or regular guitar or whatever. But yeah, tell me in the comments below, and then you can tell me all the other things, where you're viewing from, you know, anything you want to talk about. Any suggestions for future episodes, put them down there as well. And if you want to like and subscribe, that's cool. We're over 2,000 subscribers now, which is pretty awesome. Still a baby channel, relatively speaking, but you know, if I had 2,000 people in this room, people would be dying. So that's, you know, that's a good thing. Well, it's a good thing that there's that many subscribers. But anyway, until next time, stay cool, stay frosty, be good to yourself and others. Don't take any wooden nickels unless you collect them. And above all else, pick up your Crappy if you got one, or whatever guitar, bass, other string instruments you have on hand, and play the damn thing. Till you see me next, this is Steve, and I am out.